Hi subscribers, hi viewers, this is the Cao Xiao Shan station. Here, before I go inside, I want to explain something about this station. If you come to China and you happen to go to Beijing airport, this is the station that really you will use, and you can get the Beijing Airport Express train, or you can get the subways, line 10. Line 10, actually at the moment we want to see what it's like. Let me just play it safe. I'm going with my daughter. Like I told you, today is a day I'm out with my daughter. So this is what you will meet and this is what you will experience. I need to find my way. If you turn to the right, that's for the side for the Airport Express train, but we're going to line number 19 and line number 10, which is on the left. So this is what you experience in China. Normally there's some security checks, whether you're going when you're going into every subway station, there is some security checks. You need to go through this all the time. So let me just do the security checks before I go in. Yeah, we'll continue. Just did the security checks, and with the security checks, you get scanned, your luggage gets scanned, everything of yours gets scanned. I've not used the subway from this line really before, so what I know is I've used the express train when I was going to the Beijing airport. There's a ticket area, and you get the scans all over, and it's usually a busy station because of what's happening in China at the moment, especially in China, Shanghai, and just a few cities. We got this COVID thing, and you get this with the COVID restrictions and everything. People are now starting to be cautious of what they are doing and how they are doing. Okay, we now know where we are going. This is the little robot, the train station helper. You can do anything you want from there. Jijun, come down. There's a robot. You can play with you can ask for directions and everything. So let me just get my subway card. So we've just gone through the barriers, and now we need to go to the far left. I want to explain something about which is really fascinating about China. I really like the subway system in China. If you get lost in China, forget about knowing the bus line or anything. Just find your nearest subway station. That's how I managed to navigate. Let's go. That's how I managed to navigate in Beijing. I normally find the nearest subway because wherever you go, you will come across a subway line, and all the subway lines, they're really interlinked. So you just maybe one subway train from your station. So it's one of the safest and the coolest way of knowing your way around. There's a lot of buses and taxis as well, but I'll suggest, if you got this language thing, let's go. If you got this language thing, go. If you got this language barrier thing and you can't speak proper Chinese, what you'll experience, you just need to find the nearest, because with the taxi driver you will need to communicate with them, and it might be some experience. For you if you don't know the language. So just try to know and understand you just know your nearest subway station. That's what I would suggest. Now we are heading towards our line number 10. Line number 10 is where it goes past the area where there's been like some more COVID cases. I don't expect it to be busy today. Then after that, our next station is we're going to see if it's possible to change to our subway line, and I want to get my daughter some food and just to buy some takeaway, because she's been behaving and she's on school holidays for quite a while now. So anyway, let's continue talking while I tell you around this station. I did not expect it to be that big, but I know it is a big station. So it links you to the world's biggest airport in the world. So, well, it is a long way to go from where it started. I can't remember any experience of another subway station where I've had to walk this far just to get to the trams. And now I'll talk about the Beijing. You know, Beijing airport, it is a very good airport. It is a very good airport. I went there, I was impressed, but sadly enough, it was during the COVID. Since 2019, you know, there's been some restrictions, and you can travel a little bit, and that's what I can say. It is like around China, really, and this COVID thing just gets everybody off guard. Well, I work from home, and my wife can work from home. I don't think that it affects our income that much, really. I work online. My wife can do a job online as well if there's some restrictions. But I feel sorry, I feel sad for other people that do that own businesses or industries that require you to be working directly with people, because people are choosing to stay in and there's a lot of COVID tests. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to pause for a second, because I can see we're going for quite a while. We still got like something like 55 meters. So I'm just going to pause for the next 55 meters so I can show you what the other side of the station is like. Well, it seems like there is another entrance here. This one has got a facial recognition. So this one, they can just detect you if you got COVID. But what you're trying to find is, I'm still walking to the tram line 10. So that's what's happening. Someone is trying to sneak under there without paying, but they are less likely to succeed because you'll be being watched. So now we need to find whether he's, oh shit, excuse my language. So now I need to find my subway line and make it easy, make it simple. Function line, no, it's opposite. Function railway station, no. So I'll choose the station which takes me close to where I'm going. You know, subway stations, they're normally busy in China because of the current situation. Is my daughter is sneezing as well. The easiest part for me now is just to connect on the next subway station, which is line number 4 in Jiaomenshi. After that, I'll try to find my way to something like Beijing South Railway Station or so, or if not, I'm just gonna get my subway line and try to go dine with my daughter at the mall. So anyway, this is what traveling in China during the COVID, and today is a Saturday. It normally would have been busy, but people are choosing to stay in, and everybody is choosing to get tested. So this is life, and yo, that's my daughter there, and the day is all about being here and just trying to spend some quality time as a family man. The next train is just in a minute or two. The train seems to be arriving, and we're just gonna go in and see what it's like. Remember, we're jumping off at the next subway station to connect to line number 4. Line number 4 takes us to a lot of places to go to. Seems like everybody's traveling, doing what they're doing. Okay, let's go. No, let's go. Okay, let's see what. Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah. Less people as expected. One thing that I want to really show is how the COVID or not, everyone is still on their face masks. Everyone has got their face mask on. You cannot go into public transport really without a face mask, and you cannot be in a public place without a face mask. So that's what's happening, and I'm just gonna jump off the next station and find my way home or dine with my daughter. So this is me getting off here, and we're just gonna show you what it's like, and sorry, and try to find. You can tell people are just going on about their own business normally as any other day, although there's less people, but it is quite an interesting day and a nice day to go out. I'm sure what I'm showing you now and what you will watch on other channels, particularly on this day, what you're going to see and what you're going to hear about Beijing is going to be something different to what's happening at the moment. So what's happening is I'm going to connect to line number 4. Line number 4 was really the subway station I used a lot in 2019 and 2020, because that's a train which actually took me halfway to my university. So I was on this train line for almost like on daily basis, and I'm quite familiar, and it is actually, the stations I knew. The only really subway line you come across in Beijing which has got old station is line number 1, which is supposed to be the oldest, and it goes through the center of Beijing. So if you want to see the most tourist attractions, you go to the subway line, and you will really see the Tiananmen Square amongst other places, and it will be easy to really to go to some areas, parts of the Great Wall. One thing about China which is interesting that you don't get to see or in the media, that's a son, he's going with his mother and he's going with his father. It is a son's responsibility to look after their parents. Like I say, that China's tradition is very, very, very interesting. So a son who makes sure that he marries, and when he marries, the wife comes over to live, and he actually looks after his parents, and it's actually caring. That's one thing you don't really get to see and understand about Chinese culture. Family is very important. Your parents are very important. That's one thing I really admire about. And it used to be like that when I was growing up in Africa. Maybe because I'm not spending as much time as I was spending in Africa. It's now it's because of the media and the influence, social media influence, and really some Western influence. Our African traditions and values, they seem to be evaporating, they seem to be disappearing. So anyway, we're jumping on the next train, and yo, Jason, come here. Yeah, we're just jumping onto the line thing. So what we're doing is we're going to line, and we're going to change up ahead, but at the moment is we've got 2 stops to go. Is it Beijing South railway station? It's Majiapu. Then we go to Beijing South railway station. Oh, someone is shy. Oh, the train is here. So what we're going to do is we film. Remember, this is the time when they're saying like China is under lockdown, Beijing is under lockdown, and you. Someone is fighting me, so I've got an issue. No. Let's go. There's still people here. Yeah, we're just exiting line 4 now, and we're still yet to decide what to eat, and really, if there's any. Yeah, this is the Beijing South rail station. And as you can tell, this place is usually busy too. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip it, go to line number 14, line 14. We can try to decide whether we dine at the Wonder Complex, at the Wonder Plaza. So we just got here when the train was leaving. So basically, yeah, we just got here when the train was leaving. This is, I thought maybe these are the interesting facts where you get to see what Beijing is like on this in this current situation, because I saw some very disturbing videos, and people talking about lockdowns and talking about the human rights violations. But if you can see right now is people are deciding to stay away because of COVID, and more people are getting tested. They're going to testing centers instead of really traveling, going on about unnecessary visits and trips. And it was really a good day for myself and my daughter as well. We got to spend time together. We went to the flower market and the plants market. So she's just like experiencing, because next week she's not going to school, and I'll be working from home, so it will be a time. And like today, she's just gonna go out and spend time with the mother as well. They're gonna go to the museum. But the situation at the moment is Beijing is calm, and it is a good experience. Like I said, since 2019 and to this very day, I am in Beijing. And although I've traveled around China a little bit, but I've experienced COVID. I've not had the opportunity to live, and I'm not deciding to live until the COVID situation calms down a little bit. And we're just gonna wait for line number 14. Then after line number 14, we go to Shitieying, that's close to our complex, our community. Then I'm just gonna show you Wonder Plaza. If you watch my videos every day, like I say, most of the videos when I'm going to the gym, you have seen Wonder Plaza a lot of times from outside. This is the time you really see it from the inside. The train is here. Line number 14 is actually a new line. I don't know about, I can say from where I live, on my side where I live, it's a new line, new subway stations. It would have been interesting if I had time to show you the other side of Beijing and what it's like, so that you get to understand the new subway stations and how interesting and how clean, smart, and how everything is. So we're on line number 14 now. Like I said, less people traveling, but people, either way, people are still traveling, and people are still free to do what they want to do. So we're just gonna go next 2 stops and we're going to get off. And I wish Beijing was always like this, where really you can find a seat, because sometimes it gets hectic, it gets so busy on the subways. Like if you watch my other video, the market today, the market was really empty, like the flower market, and normally it's very, very busy. So this is just a breather, this experience, to be able to travel so freely with space and everything. Is very interesting and a very good day. And yeah, just like mind-opening freedom, and doing really not having to stand, squash, push people, do this, excuse yourself from people. It is really, really an experience. Like I say, I wish Beijing would have been always been like this. So this is the last stop. Yeah, that's the last stop, and now we're just gonna go to the Wonder Plaza. I'll show you what the mall is like, and I'll get something to eat with my daughter. Finally, now exiting the subway station. You'd have seen a few trains, and you have seen what the last few days, what the current situation is like here in Beijing. Come on, this side. What the current situation is like here in Beijing, and it's enough evidence of the situation, that the situation, sort of the current situation, that everything is stable and everything is normal. So now, just behind there, you go past the guard. We need to scan our barcode, then we enter. That's the Wonder Plaza. So, and it's a new trend in China for the subway stations to be below the markets and the malls, which makes everything convenient. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Any questions are welcome, and don't forget to click on the notification bell.